side, behind the scenes if you will, even though we're using our main pool, our show pool, to show off some training. Now, some really fun high energy behaviors. Really quick, a behavior is anything you see an animal doing. Chinning here at stage, looking at Vanessa, our 3 dolphins, that's a behavior, just looking. We are going to be doing a humble behavior at the glass with Sofi. Sofi is headed on down to our trainer, Steph, who's holding on to a target pole. Looks like a large Q-tip. Do not put that in your ear. And we're going to be practicing a tumble behavior. So Sofi is practicing doing a somersault, a forward-facing somersault in the water. And we're going to be building up to a front flip. Now, if you got to witness our show just now, or a show earlier, or in the future, or in the past, a lot of our older dolphins know a front flip. Sofi is 21 years old, and she is an extremely fun and high energy animal that just loves to learn. And you saw that Steph pointed her back into stage to get a little bit of reinforcement, telling her this is exactly what we're looking for. So that reinforcement that you saw Vanessa give here on stage is coming in the form of fish. We're going to be using a different target pull. She's getting the front flip signal from our hands. So you see Steph is holding that target pull nice and high. So what we're looking for is Sofi, whoa, going a little crazy there. And that's okay. If you notice, our trainer Kelly is going to be, she slapped the water there. That's just our way of asking our dolphins to head on back to stage and stop what you're doing. One of the most important things you want to have your animal know is a recall, coming back to me. So when we slap the water, it's just our way of saying, please stop and come on back. So we're going to try that front flip again. We're looking for Sofi to hold a touch position. There we go. On stage here holding this yellow box, I pressed the button that allowed a noise from underwater to go that tells the dolphin that they are correct, similar to our bridge, or the whistle around our necks. So, we're going to be trying it again for Sofi. She's so excited to head on up to stage. Let's see what she's got. There we go. So you heard our whistles from Steph over there and Kelly here on stage. These are some of our most experienced trainers, and the front flip behavior is a very important, and we want to make sure that Sofi is learning it in a safe way. So, that's how we're going to wrap up our front flip learning session for Sofi. What did you guys think? There we go. And now we're going to be moving on. So we're going to be working on a little bit of exercise, something that's really important for our animals, as we have high energy animals that need to get that energy out and to stay in shape while they're eating all of their yummy fish. So exercise can be in the form of a number of different ways where they're moving their bodies and moving at high speeds. So we're going to be asking a majority of our dolphins to be going on a fast swim behavior. You see we got a tap in the corner, encouraging our dolphins to hit those corners and move nice and fast. We got two other little taps there, asking our dolphins, this is where we'd like you to go. And they're moving around nice and quickly here, going nice and fast. And we're just making sure that our dolphins are holding up to a criteria that us trainers set for them. This is what we're looking for in the behavior. So you heard that whistle. I hit that tone, which emits an underwater noise, telling the dolphins that that was correct. So many different things we want to be doing, allowing our dolphins to exercise their bodies and use their muscles is a bow. A bow is a rainbow-shaped jump coming out of the water. On all of you guys saw that target pull. They're going to expect it to be jumping up right in front of that, where that target pull tapped the water. Boom! That was great. We've got conceptual here. We've got Stephanie out of the glass with another one. Boom! You heard that whistle. That means that this group on all of your left-hand sides was correct. So they're going to be getting some of that yummy fish from Trainer Kelly here on stage. So next we're going to be doing a porp behavior. Porping is what a number of animals will emit in the ocean, and we took that phrase right into our animal behavior and training. So we're going to be doing a porp where they just leave the water, and we're looking for them to leave their tails in the water. There we go. And they got that bridge. We've got Skylar at just 5 years old learning with her older counterparts. Looking at that porp behavior, we've got that other group coming on here with another youngster, still learning. Alyssa's tapping, such a nice tap over there. And such a wonderful porping behavior. You got Carly with a little bit of flair tossing her head up, and she got a bridge on that one. Oh, they're still going. Very nice, you guys. All right. exercise. We're getting our animals moving, just like we should all be moving our bodies for 60 minutes a day. We make sure that our dolphins are moving and grooving, making sure that they're expending that energy. We're going to be doing a bow with that beautiful Bullet at 31 years old. She's our oldest common dolphin. Watch that target pull. See where she exits the water there. She's going to hit that spot a little off. That's okay. Still a great bow. She's getting another chance right there. She hit that target pull beat. And let's see if she's got a third. Very nice. Bullet is one of our most athletic and most smartest dolphins. Most smartest. You guys have on the microphone here. I think Bullet's Wow. What do you guys think of those bows? I'm getting you a clap here now. All right, I'm actually going to turn it over to another amazing trainer down at the glass. Her name is Jordan. She's got blue sleeves out there for a little bit of a fun playtime enrichment session while we got this and that last bow going off. You guys, I just love hearing my own voice, so I'm just going to keep talking. But turning it over to Jordan to talk about animal enrichment and how we play and learn with our animals every single day.
Guys, on these physio balls, we don't want anyone getting smacked with the ball, all right? So if you see one coming for you, just put your guys' hands up. We're going to have some trainers down here as well to help get these back in the pool. Now, what we're doing right now is we're just creating a really fun play opportunity for these dolphins to have their own time to interact with these physio balls. Now, one of the things about enrichment is that we want to make sure that we're creating opportunities for our animals to interact and play on their own time. So I'm going to repeat one thing that was said earlier. If you guys were at our earlier inside look, which I love, so there's no correct way for these dolphins to play with all of their fun toys. We just make sure that we're creating these opportunities for them to enjoy their enrichment. Now, the technical term for these would be called environmental enrichment device, or an EED. You'll probably hear that a lot if you spend any time in our park. Now, EED is just kind of a fancy word for toy, but it can be so many things. Anything that we're adding to their environment for them to interact with and to enrich their day. Now, one of my favorite things that I just saw for the first time was some of these dolphins enjoy actually just kind of like belly flopping on these exercise balls, and it's pretty hilarious. But I'm actually going to open it up. If anybody has any questions, you raise your hand, I can come over and we can do a little tiny Q&A. I should probably be looking alive, shouldn't I? It's kind of dangerous to have my backpack here. Does anybody have any questions about animal training, animal care? Yeah, you do right here. What's your question? Where do they sleep? Oh my goodness, that's actually one of the coolest questions. So dolphins have this really cool adaptation. Maybe some of you guys have heard this, where they can actually kind of just rest one half of their brain at a time. And sometimes you'll actually see them have one eye closed while they're swimming. Not all the time, that is one of the ways that they can rest. But they'll sleep right here. Usually you'll see them go a little bit slower. Sometimes they might stop at the surface. But it's important for them to always be alert, because you guys know that dolphins are actually voluntary breathers. They're conscious breathers. They have to think about taking a breath each time. So it can be really dangerous if you just turn your brain off and go to sleep, right? We don't have to think about that though, do we? All right, good questions. Anybody else have any other questions? You do, yes. What is your question? What's the farthest they've thrown the ball? I don't know, let's see. Kelly on stage, what's the farthest you've seen a dolphin throw the ball? Oh, she's all the way up here. You better watch out. All right, does anyone else? Yeah, you do? How fast can they swim? Dolphins can reach top speeds over 22 to 23 miles an hour. Yes, they can go pretty fast. All right, I'm gonna come all the way over this way. What was your question? Do they protect people from sharks? You know what? I have heard of some cases of that. Obviously, I haven't seen it myself, but yeah, there are some cases online that I've heard of. I wasn't there, so I don't know if that's for sure. With the sound team, so we actually have a really cool research center here, the Hubs Research Center, and they've actually done a lot of studies where they have put in microphones and been able to listen to our dolphins. And one of the things that they actually found was the dolphins do have a signature whistle that's kind of like their name. So that's kind of the one whistle that we've been able to decode, that each dolphin does have a sound their name, which I think is really cool. Yeah. Yeah. What about over here? Anybody else? Yeah? How deep is this? This is 26 feet. So one of the really cool things about being a trainer here is that when you get hired for the very, very first time, we actually have to do a swim test. And back in my day, the swim test that I had to do was we would dive in the water from this part all the way over here, and you have to swim all the way underwater, all the way to the other side without taking a breath. And you need to touch the bottom, as well as a couple other fun little tests to make sure your swimming ability is there. But yeah, if anything falls into the pool, you need to go get it. Trainers have to be able to go down and get that. Do you think you can swim 26 feet? No? And then if you practice, you good. Yeah. Yes! And the nails. Yeah, we do three nails. Right now the nail dolphins we have here are actually part of the chance. I don't know if anybody has had the chance to go see part of the chance, but I definitely invite you to go walk all the way around the amphitheater to the back lookout area, the back lookout deck. We have 2 rescued baby common dolphins that just stranded this year. Chance is estimated to be around 5 months old. Cardiff is estimated to be over a year now, but when they stranded, they were very itty-bitty babies without their mamas, and they were deemed non-releasable. And it's been really fun to see them. We've actually been able to pair them up with some dolphins that have really taken them under their wing and kind of acted as those surrogate mamas for them. So yeah, but you can actually recognize the common dolphins by the stripe down their side. Cardiff is a short-beaked common dolphin, and Chance is a long-beaked dolphin. So yeah. This is seawater. Yes! I don't know if you guys have learned that here at SeaWorld. We actually are able to filter in our water from the bay. There's a very complicated water cleaning process that all the water goes through to make sure that it's up to our clean standards for our animals here. And then the really cool thing is that we actually re-clean the water before we put it back out into the bay. So at the same time, we're also cleaning up the bay right here, Mission Bay. Yeah. If you ask the fishermen, I hear the best fish right here where the good water is. Alright guys, I'm going to come over on the other side of the amphitheater to make sure that everybody's been able to have their questions answered. And we thank you all so much for joining us. Now, if you guys do need to get stamps on your inside look postcards, we have, I believe, are you the only one, Mary? Nope. There's somebody at both ends down here on the bottom if you guys do need to get those stamps. So on the east end and the west end. Woo! There we go. All right, careful. You got, okay, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm going to come over here. Did anybody have any questions over here at all? Now I wanted to make sure I didn't neglect this side. All right, guys. So I think at this time we are going to collect back these super fun physio balls. Yeah, it's getting a little